mainstay of the scene. Like, he's been around forever, consistently winning, taking names on players all across the state. He was even ranked on the very first PGR of the game with Palutena way back in 2019. So
That's a throwback.
yeah, there's some history with both of these two, honestly, and there's so much reason that both of them want to win this set. And fittingly enough, it's a best of 5 Yoshi Game & Watch. Let's see how it goes. Oh my god.
It's gonna be a nail biter either way. Who will win, the safest man in Smash or the double jump armor? We've seen Pharaoh use that excellently throughout this whole bracket. I'm curious to see if he's able to maybe pull a quick one on Marcus a couple times in those key moments. Use those double jump armor cancels into those nairs, into those drag down back airs to close out the stocks when Marcus isn't quite ready for it.
You have surprisingly good utility to play against some of Game & Watch's more belligerent options as well. A mobile aerial-based command grab to force Game & Watch out of shield. Giant, safe aerials that, if they connect, can close out stocks, or you find drag downs to convert into massive smashes. Like, Pharaoh's got every tool he needs to win this set, but in the same way, so does Marcus, because if you're spending so much time in the air as Pharaoh, that leaves you susceptible to these nairs, these up airs, and more importantly, these up Bs to convert into so much damage and to cement a consistent lead on the part of this Game & Watch.
The early game starting out pretty even. We do see a bit of momentum here from Marcus as I say that, but even still, 64%, that's not that bad, especially when you're Yoshi, because you know those up tilt up air combos can do mad damage. Though, at the same time, in this matchup, not quite as much as usual, because that up B is such a great defensive option for Marcus. He may not be able to do as much damage off of his neutral openings.
Not to mention the floatiness off on the part of the Game & Watch sometimes can just lessen the amount of hits you gain in a combo just because he's so light and he just takes too much knockback too quickly.
Well, man, really just back-aired Marcus charging up smash. Talk about no fear. Oh my goodness.
Look at this damage.
Great option select.
So much. Even in the blink of an eye, after Marcus won neutral time and time again to get to 125, Pharaoh just stays calm, stays consistent, and lets the up smash out of shield rip. You can't punish a lot of Game & Watch's kit, but that forward tilt on block definitely has a window, and Yoshi's got big enough shoes in order to make it reach.
Yeah, those Tims, they've got the extendo arm hidden in there at 160 now, too. Max rage on Pharaoh. And Marcus, this character pretty light. You do have to be careful. It will not take much for Pharaoh to scam you, but Marcus instead gets the down air, keeping it even.
35%, and here comes the damage on the part of Game & Watch. Only 30 though. Marcus needs that second follow-up, going for the grab instead, but Pharaoh anticipates it with the spot dodge, getting right back to center stage. And if you've noticed here, Lentini, this has been the game plan. I'm going to sit in that Pokeball, and I'm going to play rising back air, and
yeah, what you can do about it?
Yeah, be as safe as possible, because he's not messing with Game & Watch's X Factor or Marcus's luck. No thanks.
Yeah, see, Marcus, he just hasn't gotten the 9s yet because he hasn't needed it. That's what it comes down to.
He hasn't got a grab yet.
Now he may need it, so you gotta be real careful if you're Pharaoh, because I'm with you here. I am not tempting fate with Marcus's luck on that 9. I'm sitting here, I'm just gonna throw my eggs, play those descending drag down back airs, try to clip him, and honestly, try to avoid whatever's happening here.
Ooh, the run and grab brave there from Pharaoh. Roshi's grab is so slow.
Yeah, it's a risk, but it's got a lot of range. And at the positions, Marcus... Oh!
No jump armor!
That's what I was talking about. That's huge for Pharaoh staying alive. I think that would have killed with how far over he is. The fair not going to be enough, but gets the call out on the jump. And the up air takes game number 1. Pharaoh is on the board.
Pharaoh had been playing so much like grounded, like very much like tank style gameplay, like sitting in center stage, pressuring with back airs and looking for like low to the ground anti-airs or air to airs. So the quick changeup there from Pharaoh, something we'd been seeing all tournament, all top 8 from him, like changing up his game plan when he knows it's time to get a stock. And Yoshi up air that high up against a light character like Game & Watch will certainly seal the fate of that game number 1 for Marcus. As Pharaoh gets right back to it, not only with his safe pressure, but then the overshoot to convert into a massive, solid start.
And I love these pseudo frame traps from Pharaoh as well. Like, he was misspaced on that up tilt reset call out, but he was able to jab out anyway and still punished Marcus. It's just those little things that has added up for him throughout this set.
Yeah, it's looked real good thus far. The way he's been playing this matchup has been like pristine. Like never letting Marcus just utilize his safe buttons by like letting him walk all over and establish a position on stage wherever he wants. Instead, he's making Marcus fight for every inch of land that he comes across. And that's a pretty damn perfect way to play against Game & Watch, whose stubbier, albeit disjointed buttons can't always compete with something like Yoshi back air, as we see it, what, 4, 5 times in a row now?
It's a good move.
Good move out of 10, I agree.
Another thing I really like from Pharaoh is the recognition of the matchup, especially in advantage state. One thing that we've seen tons of from Pharaoh throughout this bracket is you do the up tilt up air and then you throw an egg. But in this matchup, Pharaoh hasn't even like considered that as an option, because if you get caught and lag there in the wrong time, you get down aired by Marcus and he reverses the situation. So Pharaoh's just completely taken that out of the rotation for the time being.
Both players playing so calm. The shield blocking the get up attack, or maybe it just flat out whiffed. Either way, the back air did not finish. Though these continuous advantage state games tend to favor Game & Watch just a little bit, finding a back air. No stock taken, Yoshi a heavy lad. And Max Rage Yoshi, honestly a strong hit nair closes out stock here.
I feel like anything will kill right now. Game & Watch is a light little boy. My man's 2D. There's a...
We made the same joke. That's crazy.
Calculate the mass of this pixel right now. I mean, is that gonna be... No, not quite.
I wonder if up throw would have done it.
Yeah, I don't know. It was probably going to be DI mix-ups either way, but maybe you broke your own angles with that mix-up there. Unfortunate for Pharaoh, but if you're Marcus, you're going to take that to the bank. Maybe go for a 9 now.
Game & Watch up B has so much base knockback that it broke double jump armor at 0. That's nuts.
Say it with me. He needs it. Oh.
Granted, it was at the end of the double jump that time, so the dash attack just hitting below ledge. But the trials and tribulation of Yoshi, sometimes you just don't have a double jump and you die. That's just how it is.
Rough. That was really rough.
That's a tough one.
Oh man, but I'm sure, like you said, that's the trials, the tribulations of Yoshi. Pharaoh has been through this many times. He understands. Sometimes you just get gimped.
You know, sometimes you just gotta let it go. There's a reason we play sets in tournaments. Like,
yeah, there's a reason we're in best of 5 territory. He needs to enter his Elsa arc, let that one go, and take this game number 3. At least, he's got counter pick advantage.
As if he will go anywhere else.
Yeah, he's really doubling down on that counter pick advantage right now.
We are in a tri-state. The only person that counter picks here are, I guess like Hayes sometimes picks Town and City.
We're really brave choice here.
Yeah, we're breaking new ground. It's terrible. I hate it. Please, dear God, get us off this stage sometimes. But in the same vein,
at PNW, we have the solution. It's one ban full DSR for best of 5. Problem solved. The counter picks go crazy.
That's awesome, unironically.
This is the future. We just ran it at port and it was beautiful.
I don't hate it, honestly. One ban DSR on a relatively homogenous stage list. Do not dislike, to say the least. Or you just do something like UFA did and like have extreme counter picks like Yoshi's Island, Yoshi's Story Level. I digress, though. Yoshi is very good on Pokemon Stadium 2, so the counter pick does, at the end of the day, make sense, as this game continues to be, I was gonna say a little nonsensical, but actually everything that's happened thus far has been, you know, like, yeah, that checks out. Like the forward air crashing through that bomb, the active hitbox clanging with the projectile to come down on Game & Watch's paper-thin head to take the first stop.
Both of these players very knowledgeable in the matchup as well, so they have a very good idea going into this, especially having played each other so much, of what those interactions are going to look like.
Absolutely. Like, some familiarity breeds consistency, so since everything about what's happening thus far is not new to either player, they're able to shake off weird instances like Game 2 or like annoying moments like getting caught in the Game & Watch blender out of an up B, because you know that that's just supposed to happen, and you can instead focus on what's different about this iteration in this chapter of Marcus versus Pharaoh.
And speaking about these two having played each other a lot, we haven't talked about the set history. These guys have played 25 sets.
That's about right.
And out of the last 6, only one of them has gone to Pharaoh.
Really? That's surprising, given how well Pharaoh has been playing thus in this A, tournament, and B, in this set thus far. It seems like Pharaoh really has a good handle on just what Marcus has been doing. But, you know, as I say that, the current game and the current set is extraordinarily even as it can be, but the call out there from Pharaoh reacting to the up B out of shield and finding that up air with the chase down vertical.
That air dodge into the corner is always so scary. If Marcus slightly misspaces that, he's dead, and that's the game for Pharaoh. However, at this level, he don't miss those, able to keep himself safe, keep things from getting out of hand, but he's got to keep playing that safe game and figure out how to close out this stock before Pharaoh gets him into those scary last hit scenarios.
Never want to be in a last hit position against honestly both of these characters, but Pharaoh with that extra heavy weight is certainly going to have a little bit of an advantage. Just the bomb drop, the invulnerability timer running out thanks to the high percentage.
Ooh, the air dodge. Oh no! Pharaoh maybe just a little unsure of where Marcus was going to drift there, but I feel like that was a prime opportunity for Pharaoh to just reset that with another up tilt. Marcus burned the air dodge so early, so much time for Pharaoh there, and now look how this is turning around as Marcus got the advantage. Finally, the back air going to mix it, and what? How did that work?
He didn't pull the trigger? A couple of questionable moments there.
This is scuffed. Oh, I like it. I like it.
Okay.
Marcus didn't give it to him, but the jab into predicting the roll in.
Oh, the double jump to get away here. Pharaoh at the... Oh, nearly dropping this game. It's getting mad tight here, Lentini, but oh my god! The up smash was charging. You saw the startup of Game & Watch up smash. What frame is that? Because I know Yoshi up air is frame 5, I believe. So Game & Watch.
Someone hit us with the ultimate frame data there. How close was that one? I did see the flash come out of the up smash as well. That thing was good to go.
We'd have to go back in the frame data just to see when it hit. But Game & Watch up smash invulnerability starts on frame 21. You saw the helmet change, so maybe it was like frame 15, but man, what perfect placement there from Pharaoh just to sneak that up air in just enough time to take that game. And sometimes you gotta take...
You were talking about how close this set is, and they just showed us exactly how close this set is. This set was what, like 5-10 frames away, maybe even less, who knows, from going the other way. Marcus being up 2-1 right now.
Man, And it's those type of plays that you have to make, not only just in general in this matchup, because Game & Watch can be so safe, so you do have to take a couple risks, take a couple of make a couple of reads in order to find those finishers and take advantage of Game & Watch's weight.
Ooh.
Ergo, making a call out there in midair, just like he did in the first game. But also just to get to this part in bracket in general, like, oh, you've got to eventually make plays with your character and put yourself on the forefront rather than just try and let your character do the talking.
I am so impressed with Pharaoh's ability to juggle Marcus. Game & Watch is one of those characters that, like, generally speaking, you just sort of give up on that part of your game plan. You're not juggling this character. But somehow Pharaoh's spacing is so good that he's able to get around those key mix-ups from Marcus consistently and is able to catch him off guard on top of that. Even things like that. Baited out the down air, got the punish, did it again, 3 times in a row. Marcus getting punished over and over and over for throwing down what is supposed to be possibly the safest landing option in the entire game.
And that's just beautiful counterplay and personable counterplay as well. You know that Marcus is getting desperate to try and regain some semblance of advantage, find that cheeky kill move, instantly gain him back some semblance of normalcy. As the stock drops there, Pharaoh twice, thrice, 4 times over, making callouts in order to establish his firm lead and set himself up to win this set.
Pharaoh looks like he must have gone in like deep into the trenches of VOD review. I don't know how this man's been oh, the 9. I don't know how this man's been losing against Marcus so consistently, because he looks like he knows exactly what to do in every situation, and Marcus is running out of answers.
I mean, yeah, you hit the nail on the head here, Valentini. We're just seeing a steady deconstruction. And it kind of fits with the narrative that Pharaoh has been under for the past couple months here. He's establishing himself not just as an up-and-comer after quarantine, not just as a lab rat, and not just certainly as a one-trick pony. He is a legitimate, consistent threat who's looking to apply everything that Yoshi has to offer, akin to an Egyptian Yoshi Dora. Like, it's amazing and it's interesting. And if he continues to perform and perhaps even take this bracket over Syrup, he's cementing himself as easily top 5 in the state.
Yeah, I would love to see that run back there.
Oof.
I mean, he took 1 in the first set over Syrup, and after the amount of